Hey, what's going on, everybody? Pardon the traffic noise and everything. The intro that I filmed up at the cemetery just for some reason didn't work, so I'm having to do the intro here at the house today. And if this is your first time here, hey, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all the things. And if this isn't your first time here, hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video. I run into some weird stuff towards the, trying to get into, video where he's at. So you'll see that along the way. And yeah, so with all that out of the way, short little intro today. Hope you enjoy the video. Mr. Diffie was cremated, and over there's a building which has his remains in it, and I really don't know how it's going to go, because some of the reports that I've read is that it's locked, and if you go ask, I'm sure they would let you in. But I think there's, I come during the week, so there's a lot of either funerals or preparations for funerals, and I think I've seen 10 to 15 cars pull in the past 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm not really one to, I don't really want to go bother nobody. I kind of want to come out here and, you and I do our thing in peace and quiet, and we kind of just come and leave like nobody was ever here. There's one more person here too that I want to see, race car driver, and or NASCAR driver. I don't know. I guess from the South we just say race car. We don't say NASCAR. It's more just in general, right? We don't. That's just what we do. Yeah. So let me try to find where his grave's at, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about Mr. Diffie and his life along the way, and then either we'll be able to get into the building, or if not, maybe I can stand in front of the door and kind of show you. From what I've seen, it's like right past the door, so even if I can't get in, we can zoom in, because if we can't even do that, then you'll never see this video. But if you're seeing the video, that means I was at least able to zoom into it, because I'm not faking it, right? We're not going to promise you something that I can't deliver. I'm at least going to show you something. So all right, let's try to find this other grave, and we'll talk about Mr. Diffie along the way. Born into a musical family, there might be a little echo in here, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in 1958, his first musical performance came at the age of 7 when he performed the Muffin Man. You gotta love it, right? So, his family moved to San Antonio, Texas, while he was in the 1st grade, and then to Washington after that, where he attended 4th and 5th grade. Later, he moved to Wisconsin for the years he was in 6th grade through the 2nd year of high school, and then back to Oklahoma, where he attended high school in Velma. In his last 2 years in high school, Diffie played football, baseball, and golf, in addition to running back in his senior year, and was recognized as the best all-around male athlete. After graduating, he attended Cameron University in Lawton, Oklahoma. Although he initially earned credits towards medical school, he decided against the medical profession after marrying for the first time in '77, and ultimately dropped out after graduation. So Joe Diffie, Dr. Diffie, that would have been that wouldn't have sounded weird, but it does now, doesn't it? Diffie's first worked in the oil fields, then drove a truck that pumped concrete in the oil fields in Texas, before he moved back to Duncan to work in a foundry. Yeah, we're right next to the airport over there. During this period, he worked as a musician on the side. After the foundry closed in '86, Diffie declared bankruptcy and sold the studio out of financial necessity that he had built while he was doing the foundry work. He also divorced his wife, who left with the 2 children they had together. Diffie spent several months in a state of depression before deciding to move here to Nashville. Let's keep walking this way. Diffie also met Debbie, who later became his 2nd wife. That same year, Diffie was contacted by Bob Montgomery, a songwriter and record producer known for working with Buddy Holly. He's got a pretty good track record, huh? Montgomery, who was then the vice president of A&R at Epic Records, said that he wanted to sign Diffie to a contract with a label, but had to put the singer on hold for a year. The label released Diffie's debut album, 1,000 Winding Roads, at the end of 1990. His first single, Home, reached the top of Billboard's Hot Country charts. The song also reached #1 on the country music charts published by Radio and Records and Gavin Report, making him the first country music artist to have a #1 debut single on all 3 charts, as well as the first country music artist to have a debut single spend more than 1 week in the #1 position at the latter 2 publications. Diffie's second album, titled Regular Joe, was released in '92 and certified gold by the recording industry. His third album, Honky Tonk Attitude, in '93 shipped 1 million copies in the United States and was certified platinum. The first 3 singles from the album all reached the top 10 on the country single charts. The title track, which Diffie co-wrote and was composed by Dennis Lynn, was John Deere Green. Both peaked at #5, with the #3 Prop Me Up Beside the Jukebox, If I Die. In between, John Deere Green also accounted for Diffie's first appearance on Billboard Hot 100, where it peaked at 69. Also in '93, Diffie was inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. If that's one thing I've learned, that's all of these country stars, they've all made it. That Grand Ole Opry, that's the thing, you know, I guess they all aspire to get in. Third Rock from the Sun was Diffie's highest charting top country album, as well as his second consecutive platinum album. The album included 2 consecutive #1 singles, its title track, Third Rock from the Sun, and Pickup Man. In late '95, a Christmas project titled Mr. Christmas, which comprised covers of traditional Christmas songs as well as newly written songs, one of these being Leroy the Redneck Reindeer, which at our house growing up, that was a staple around Christmas. However, on March 29th, Joe Diffie passed away in Nashville at the age of 61 from complications of terminal lung cancer, and not from coronavirus, according to his wife. So we have made it in to the parking lot, and the urn is just right over there, inside there. But the door's locked. And I'm not one to try to bother people. Like, I know those people in there are trying to do work, and I'm just trying to show, you know, where he's buried at, or where his urn's at. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the window of the door, and I'm going to zoom in, and we'll look at it from there. And that's really about the best that we're going to be able to do. And normally I would not put these videos out. I personally have seen a couple videos of other type of, you know, celebrities, and it was like, here's the grave of that person, and you don't even really, you don't even see the grave of the person. But I'm at least going to zoom in, because I know it's like as soon as you would open the doors, he would be straight in front. That's the only reason I'm going to do it. If he was off in a corner or something like that, I wouldn't even bother to do this. So we're going to go over to the door and try not to cause or bring up too much attention. Because like I said, I don't really want to be, I don't want to bother those people. They're trying to work. So let's go over to the door and let's see what we can see. All right, like I said, we're just going to walk over here to the window. You can see me. Hello, everybody. And right there with the flower vase. That's a little bit better of a shot. Right there. You can kind of see his face and the little plaque. Like, I'm satisfied with the video as far as showing you where he's at, but I really want to get in there and see what's inside, you know, the little glass encasement, just to see what, you know, what's in there. It looked like it's just your basic, you know, it looked like there was an urn and maybe like a little plaque or something. But yeah, today just didn't seem like the day to go in there and ask those people, like, hey, can you take time out of your busy day to let a guy in to go video? So I didn't bother with it. I hope that I could zoom in enough where you could kind of get an idea. Like I could see the face, And so I know if I can see the face through the phone in the sun, then I'm pretty sure you guys can see it too. Because I don't know why they keep it locked. They got a reason, I'm sure, to keep people like me out, right? And so, job well done. Lock did its job, kept me out. Beautiful cemetery though. It's a very, like, it's not old at all. Like, I think this thing was started in the 60s. And it's one of those very generic, there is no headstones. Everything has a flat top, so it's easier to mow, and they have the one vase with the one little thing in it. And then you have like this section where there are a few headstones and stuff, but overall it's a very new modern type cemetery that's very flat. Kind of reminds me of the one in Dallas where we went and saw Dimebag and Vinny at. Yeah, alright, well, we'll consider this job okay done, not job well done. We'll give it a job okay done. So thank you guys for watching. Honestly, you don't really know what it means. I know I say this in every single video, but you really don't. It means the world to me that you guys enjoy the content and the comments and just all the things that you guys do. It really means the world. Like, thank you guys so much. And with all that being said, how about we just go this way? You never know what you're going to find on the back roads. We'll see you guys next time.